And quickly about the M2, which is has 500 reused for 500 fanciers, and important fact that the battery lifetime is guaranteed. So you don't have, like with the G2 clock, you after mainly 10 years you need a service in Austria, but with these clocks you don't need. So I believe that's a good option. If the G2 clock is going to be end of this period and will need a service, better to replace the clock instead of getting service.
Ja. Hur många har G2-klockor? De var inte så länge till, sen måste de ner på service till Österrike.
Yeah.
Och kanske det är så att det är då bättre att man satsar på en M2-klocka som har 40 års levnadstid. Alltså man behöver aldrig byta batteri och sådana grejer.
It can this clock, this M2, able to work with 8 antennas, which is completely enough, I think.
8 antenner kan man koppla in här.
These are the range of the antennas, but I think you know almost all of them because you are using it. And just quickly, a little explanation. Some of you are already using the new chips we developed. Those are a little bit better than the previous one. So I'm going to the antenna test, and you can recognize how big is the reading distance is, I think, almost 20 centimeters, but especially over 15. Yeah. So it's quite loud. And we call it 20%, always on 20% lighter, higher reading distance, and we have the colors available.
You have one question.
Yeah.
Kan jag ställa på svenska så?
Yeah.
Vilken klocka är det du använder just nu? Är det den M2an? M3an. Den svarta är M3an.
Nej, tvärtom.
Svarta är M2. Det är den nya M3an som har kommit ut då. Och den behöver inte uppdatering.
No, it is the same, yeah? Like M2, yeah? We wrote 40 years because by the law you have to write something. You can't say no guarantee, yeah? No end of the guarantee. So we wrote 40 years guarantee.
Alltså, det är 40 år garanti på både batteri och självaste klockan.
Han menar uppdatering. Software.
The software, yes, that's because this is because of benzing. Yeah, we are always thinking to make it better. Therefore, we have always updates. And what I suggest before you start the season, I believe around May and April, May or mid-May, you start the season. Before you start, you'd better to update the clock. We don't charge anyone for the update, but you just have to open a computer and run the update software for benzing, connect it with a regular USB-C cable, and that's it. And it recognizes and do the update. But it has no cost, so we don't charge you. But we always recommend to keep the latest version in the clock. I'm not talking about nitrogens, but talking about some advantages of the new Smart Hub. And because some of you already exchanged the Smart Hub, it's very similar to the previous one. But this is a Smart Hub 5 with a 4G modem on it, and the most important that this Smart Hub or Benzing Live has a Wi-Fi possibility on the board, so you can use it also from the home internet. Yeah, you don't need a mobile network, and also because it has a Bluetooth modem on the board, you are able to use this in the loft. This is an extra feature. You are able to use this humidity and temperature sensors, and up to 10 pieces you can place. If you have a loft like left side, right side, you can, or the breeders maybe separated, you can easily always keep up the control on the temperature and humidity in the loft. In certain countries it is quite interesting and important information, and the good thing, if you visit My Pigeons or you open your benzene gap, the new one, you can see not only the current temperature and humidity, but you can have a chart and you can go back in time for a certain, you can search for a certain period of time and check how was the temperature changed and how was the humidity, for example, in a 1 month period. That's a very cool feature, but of course you need to exchange the smart hub for the new one. And this is just one sentence about it. We also introduced an extended warranty. We call it Benzene Care. So if someone would like to have and buy a new thing, it's optionally they can extend the warranty for extra 2 years, which means if there is a damage which is normally out of the warranty, like if fall down the clock or something, even if it's a failure or accidentally you made a damage on the clock, we cover it and we change it for free. These are the short description about the warranty, and now I reached what I would like to talk about here. This is the new club system. So the new club system is a live, we call it live club system. Looks like this. You see there is an empty hall, which is finally we decided together with some key partners, the global key partners when they have been in the company, we decided to make like this because much easier to clean everything after the basketing or you don't have to have dust in the and dirty stuff and pigeon sheets on the club system. It has also a touch screen, and the good thing, you know what I'm using now? I'm just using a power bank connected with a USB cable to the club system, and it runs. I will make a basketing with just the power bank. So if you have circumstances during the basketing and you are on the countryside and having some problems, or just you take a table next to the transporter and do the basketing there, that's possible. And this is live, so any action we do, it's going immediately up, and you have an online solution for it. Yeah, please.
I just have some questions. The PowerPoint you have, is this especially for the club system? Or
no, that's a regular power bank, a little bit stronger than let's say the locust ones. So you need 9 watts.
Okay.
9 watts, but that's very normal nowadays. So I think that's an average. That's an average parameter from now. So 9 watts you need, then it runs the club system. I think that's an average. So really nothing special. You see, we call it redundant time source. That means it has an internal GPS. You don't have to use anymore an external GPS. It has an internal GPS, and we also use the NTP time. That's why we call it redundant. NTP is the network time protocol. So commonly we call it internet time. So we use the internet time also for the time synchronization, and that's why it is so fast. So when you plug it in, you have this green tick, like I have it now, or later you can check it when I put the table back. All day you can check the system there. You see the time is coming so quickly, and very stable. So yeah, anyway, the system keeps up for 48 hours, but it's easy to use.
Some special price for that one now?
It's
you want to
really,
change?
yes, that's yeah. Ask Ravi, but yes, of course there is an exchange price. So if you have an old club system, we deduct the price and keep it up, and it works like that. So I talked about the integrated GPS. I talked about the built-in. Also, it has a Wi-Fi built-in, but mainly connecting to the mobile network. But if you prefer it, or if you have anyway, if you have a mobile hotspot in the club or around where you are doing the basketing, then you can use also Wi-Fi. That also, if you have a Wi-Fi connection, also the system takes the internet time and use it for the time synchronization. And I don't like to listen the printing issues, because in some countries still printing and putting stamp and signature on papers. But of course, I would say better not to print and use the PDFs, the basketing and the readout. But if it's a topic, optionally, finally we have a USB printer slot also. If someone wants to print, a USB printer also accepted by this club system. This is just a screenshot from the, but you can find it also on our website, from all the features, because the cloud features has an annual subscription, but then